Welcome to Turnbuckle Trash Talk. I am your officiant, Kent. We are here at the Gulf View Event Center in Port Richey, Florida. We're asking the stars of ACW Wednesday Night Proving Ground what advice they would give to people who are interested in joining the wrestling business. We got a bunch of stars together, we got their answers, and here they are.
What's up, you guys? It's me, Samuel C., your ACW Cruiserweight Champion. You see, it's very hard to get into the business. So all you have to do is just find the right school, find the right price, and if you're really a die-hard wrestling fan like I am, just keep at it, man. I mean, all I'm saying is go to training 24/7, butt your ass 24/7. I promise you'll get somewhere. And once you get somewhere, find the right place to wrestle at. Find the right people to face. All I gotta say is just keep at it, man. Just keep at it.
So my advice for getting into the business would be to first find a really good trainer, somebody that you can trust and you can look up to, and someone who is respected in the business. And I would say make sure you're ready for it. You got to be tough. You got to be, I don't even know. You got to be strong. You got to be willing to get beat up and take all the hits. And you got to be strong, and mentally strong is actually really important too. So that would be my best advice.
For anyone that's looking to try to get into it, I'd probably say to find out a good school. When I started, there wasn't many to go off. The only thing I knew was like the Dudley School out there. But so now with all these schools popping up, there's a lot of good teachers and everything. And I was fortunate enough to have someone that just took me under his wing and trained me. But with such great structured things out there, people can have the best ability to get trained now and be ready real quick and have a lot more different opportunities. And then probably elsewise, I would say be yourself. You know, even though it might be turned up, you know, if that's good to say, this gimmick that I am is me. I'm a baseball player, and it's either whether I'm good or bad or whatever it is, this is still me at the end of the day, just turned up a lot. So most of the times when people try to do something, it doesn't work because it's not them. So that's probably my greatest advice for anyone.
If I could give any advice to any of you wrestlers starting out, I would tell you this. I would tell you that there is 1,000,001 things that are going to jump in your way. There are 1,000,001 things that are going to come sideways, left, right, and they're going to tell you that this is not for you, or they're going to test you, or they're going to make you see how much you love this. And you just have to remember, at the end of the day, the best advice I ever got, Randy, I think you remember this, Drake Younger once told us, just remember why you got started.
Ooh, it's my turn.
Took a good one.
Yeah, that was a good one. Best advice I can give: get in a ring. Always be in a ring. If you have time, you have an open ring, go get in it. Work with everybody you can. Pick up every style you can. There's not one good style. You just everything you can learn. Suck it up like a sponge. That's my advice. What you got? What you got, Satín?
My advice: get you a good car, get you some good friends, hit up every show you can, put as many miles in between shows as you can. Shows, matches, on the road, friends.
Miles.
Keep having fun. Miles.
So you're saying miles?
Miles.
Get out there, there's a big world. Eat it up.
Miles. It's not just
Eat
one
the
promotion.
world. It's enjoyable.
There's a
It tastes
billion.
great.
It's amazing.
Any advice I would give to any young guys and gals coming up in the industry is do your research, because there's a lot of scammers out there. There's a lot of people that will just try and take your money for the sake of money. Yes, this is a business, and you are trying to make money in this business, but at the same time, you don't want to cheat people out of a possibly good experience of being trained by a proper teacher. Just do your research and wrestle as often as you can, as much as you can, everywhere you can, because at the end of the day, it'll pay off in the long run if you just stick with it. Again, find a reputable trainer, do your research, put your heart into it, because if not, you're just wasting everybody else's time. So if this is what you want to do for the rest of your life, then make it your goal, make it your everyday, and make the most of it. So get your ass in gear.
All right, advice for new people trying to get into the wrestling business. All right, you want my advice? Get you a good knife. You want a good pocket knife to keep on you at all times. You never know when things are gonna go awry on the road. Keep a hammer in your gear bag at all times. It's very important. When you have to know, you're like, when am I ever going to use a hammer, Thunder Kitty? You'll know when it's time to use the hammer. And TSA won't take it away from you. What else? I always like to keep a chain in my gear bag as well, because you never know when that's going to come in handy. I like to do that. Also, when you're traveling, if you look on billboards and stuff, there's a lot of hotels that offer free breakfast. All you got to do is just kind of like mosey on in there like you're totally staying there, and hey, free breakfast, right? All right, well, I can't be giving away all of my secrets for free now, but if y'all want to send me some money, I'll tell you some more secrets. So that's my advice for people trying to get into the wrestling business. Yeah, find you a nice school, good school, and yeah. Yeah, there you go. It's good.
How's it going, guys? This is Jared Diaz, currently in Port Richey, Florida. I'm from the Bronx, New York, and I moved all the way down to Florida to pursue my dream. You know, not a lot of people do that. Not a lot of people pursue their dreams or have these crazy goals that they want to shoot for. But honestly, I wouldn't be as happy as I am today driving 2-3 hours to some random town to do this awesome show that a year ago I wouldn't have had the idea to do. I started wrestling 2 months ago, and it's the best decision I've ever made. I'm still in school. It doesn't mean you have to quit school. It doesn't mean you have to give up on other things. But if your dream is to pursue professional wrestling in any capacity, whether it's in the ring, as a referee, even on commentary, whatever it is you want to do, do it. Don't let anything get in your way, and chase any dream you got. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. This is Zach Romero, various voice and obnoxious character in Florida wrestling, and I'm here to give a little bit of advice for anybody who's starting out in professional wrestling. After you get out of wrestling school, you've learned how to tie people up and hopefully have something cool as your finisher. However, the number one thing that you need to come up with is something interesting as a character. As much as you may have an awesome physique or an impressive moveset, if all you have coming into this business is your name on a pair of tights, you cannot wait around for Vince McMahon to call you just based on you got some kick-ass tights. You need to come up with a character. Rip off whatever you want. If you have a favorite movie, a favorite song, rip it off, because that is going to be the reason why people are going to remember you and want to buy your shirt. So that is my number one rule, my number one piece of advice for anybody new coming to wrestling. Come up with an interesting character.
Definitely work hard, because it's going to be really, really, really difficult no matter where you are in your career. If you're just starting out, if you're thinking about starting, if you're halfway through it, no matter what it's going to be difficult. But work hard, because it's fun, no matter what people say, because you're going to get people who won't think you can do it or think it's dumb and stupid, but it's a blast, and you're going to love it. If you have the right mindset, you can do anything, and this is probably one of the best things I've ever done in my entire life. So just try hard, work hard, and don't give up no matter what happens.
In all honesty, if I can give you any kind of advice, the best kind of advice is just show up prepared to make mistakes, be the worst wrestler you could possibly be, and do everything wrong, because that's literally what's going to happen for the longest time. Unless you're God's gift or an Olympic athlete or coming straight out of the NFL or an MMA fighter, this is going to be a very tough road. You're going to get hurt. You're going to hurt people. You're going to feel bad. People are going to make you feel bad. But if it's something that you want, this can be a fun job. At the end of the day, just remember, like, this doesn't pay the bills, and it won't pay the bills for the longest time. So you don't have to do it. And it gets like that sometimes. But if it is for you and it is something you want to do, just prepare for it to be the worst of the time before it's ever going to be the greatest of the time.
If you want to be a professional wrestler, you want to get in the ring and you want to live your dream, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be all teddy bears and rainbows, because you got to go out there and you got to train You got to go out there. You got to bleed. You got to get hurt. You got to pay the price. You got to make a bunch of wrongs before you make a right. But when you do it, the payoff is oh so sweet. You need to listen. Your trainers, your peers, other guys you're in the ring with, other guys in the back. You listen. That's the problem with kids these days. They don't want to listen. They want to do everything, but they don't want to listen to people because they think they could do it better. But guess what? When you come into this business, you don't know anything. You listen, you learn, and you keep your mouth shut. And then maybe one day, after hard training, after hard discipline, you can get there in the ring and not only fulfill your dream, but be successful in this business. Yeah, I come out here all the time to Proving Ground. I'm 40 years old. I've been doing this since I was 15 years old. That's 25 years in this business. And I still come out here to Proving Ground, and I still learn. I still listen. Because I'm a student of my craft. I watch tapes. I study. I ask questions. I talk to people that have been in it longer than me. I talk to people that are younger than me, maybe to get a new point of view of the way that the world of wrestling's evolved. The point of the matter is, if you want to be a part of this business, you got to be prepared for heartbreak. You got to be prepared for disappointment. You got to be prepared to get your ass beat. But the important thing is, you get up, you try again, and you do your best each and every time you get in that ring.